this year you were co-medalist as you were in 2010, and you wound up winning the whole thing. Take us through that week up in Pennsylvania.
Long week. I was playing well. I was well rested for once, which is different for me going up there. It's going to be a long week, a lot of walking, a lot of grinding, but I always seem to over practice and overplay going in because you want to be ready. But I was well rested, refreshed, and I knew I was playing well, and got off to a hot start, carried it through the whole week. And first couple of matches were tough because I really wasn't putting a lot of pressure on myself, wasn't playing as good as I knew I could play, and then kind of got out of my own way after that, and just really played some great golf, and I don't think I ever trailed a match at all, actually.
Yeah, it was great to watch, and I guess the work started about a year ago. Talked about how you went through a swing change. Can you tell us about that change to your game?
Yeah, I just made up my mind about last November that I was going to try to get the club more square up the top of my backswing, and it's not perfect by any means, but it's just way better than it used to be. And to play in those big events, the USG events, especially in the major amateur tournaments, you have to drive the ball well. And for me, that was my weakness. I could drive it good, but not good enough to win. And that's why I was kind of scared to make the change, because I could play some good golf, but just to go to the next level, I felt like I needed to do something. And anyways, I did it, and it's paying off. This is just the result of a whole lot of hard work.
And the other part of your game, I remember your putting. I saw you at the North Carolina Amateur in June this year, and you were talking about you weren't making many putts, but I saw up in Pennsylvania you were making a lot of big putts.
Yeah, that was another thing. You just put in some work, and I knew I was a good putter. I know I'm a good putter. It's just the ball just never seemed to go in for a while, and that's golf sometimes, and it's easy to get down on yourself. And then just a couple putts go in, you start to get some confidence. Next thing you know, you're making putts when they matter, and you know what happened. It was just a great week.
So for winning it, a lot of accolades. You got some exemptions.
Yeah.
USAM, get the trophy, name on that trophy. What stands out to you the most? What are you most proud of, most excited about for winning that event?
Well, the obvious, the Masters. The invite supposedly is going to come right at Christmas, so I'm not going anywhere for Christmas this year. I'm staying home. That's the thing that stands out. But on top of that, just being a national champion is a huge deal. I hadn't slept. I hadn't slept much at all, since then. So, being a national champion, being able to just soak it in, it's just been great since then. It really has. But I can't stop thinking about the Masters. I'm already laying in bed watching Masters reruns.
And we're excited to see you down there. Hopefully, like you said, in Christmas time, you'll get that invite.
Oh yeah. Everybody's gonna know about it when I get it. I promise.
And we're here at the North Carolina Mid-Am, and you won the United States Mid-Am. It's called the Everyman's Championship. Just talk a little bit about you're not playing golf for a living. You did it at one point, but talk about now balancing golf with work and personal life.
It's different. This amateur golf's way more fun. Like you said, every man's tournament. You got people working and playing golf when they can, and then you have kids. And my son just started kindergarten, so and he's getting into sports. So family's first. You have time, you can play golf. That's kind of how I do it. But here we are at North Carolina Mid-Am. I got a lot of good friends here, and hopefully have another good week. But slow start, but hopefully we'll get it going. And
you mentioned your son, and saw that your family came up from Greensboro to Pennsylvania for the United States Mid-Am and surprised you. Talk about looking over in the crowd and seeing them.
Yeah, I got to the 8th hole, and I hit my tee shot, and I look over. There was tons of people out there. They were all right up against the tee box, but there was a group of about 5 or 6 people off to the side under a tree, and so they stood out. And so I glanced over there, and I said, "Man, they look familiar." And so I'm waiting for the other guy to hit, and I kind of glanced over there again, and I said, "Man, that really looks like, wait a minute, that's my wife, and that's my son, and that's my good friend." It was just crazy. So I went over there after he hit. I went over there and gave my son a big hug, and really excited to see them. And I didn't want to drive up there for nothing, so I'm glad I ended up winning. But it was great to have them there for sure. What a great surprise.
Well, congratulations, and thanks for representing the Carolinas the way you do.
Absolutely, thank you.